beginning to have an issue with. It's not a big issue, but it's something I see a lot, basically because I drive around. And I'm not talking bad about nobody. You know what I'm saying? This is just something I see and I notice it, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, nah. I personally, Ronell, I don't want to be a fat truck driver. I don't, bro. I don't. And I'm not saying this as a shot to the people that are bigger or anything like that, but I'm just saying, like, I see this shit going on. Like, every time I'm at a truck stop, it's a dude with a stomach hanging over his stomach with a fucking big ass cup, dog. And I'm someone, I want to be into fitness. Like, I still like fitness. It's just, the point I'm making is, this lifestyle will make you fat. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I go through on a day-to-day. I'm out here in the fucking heat, sweating. You know what I'm saying? I'm fighting with bad equipment. I'm dealing with bad timing. I'm dealing with shippers and motherfuckers got attitudes and everything. It's a certain amount of stress. I think the easiest part about this job is actually driving the truck. You know what I'm saying? Like, getting from point A to point B. Like, once you actually got your load and you just gotta drive, that's the easy shit. Getting into the shipper, backing up and all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? Having to jack trailers up, having to scale the fucking load, managing your fucking clock, and it's just like, I can see how that would take a toll on a motherfucker. Because, you know, sometimes I fall into this rut, you know what I'm saying, to where I don't want to live because I'm too tired. Like, this truck driving shit will take it out of you, bro. Like, especially if you're not used to it, like, this shit will beat the holy hell out of you. I am so ready to be done with this first year of my of truck driving so I can move on to something else. Like, you know, because my cousin, he was like, yo, you come out here and come work with me and make more money and yada, yada, yada. You know what I'm saying? And in truck driving, you have this thing, it's called a long form. And a long form in a medical card. A medical card is basically the bigger version of a long form is basically a bigger version of the med card. But what I'm getting at here is, like, you have to be a certain level of fitness to be a truck driver. Like, I'm like a borderline diabetic. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not like diabetic. But I'm saying, like, it runs real bad in my mom's side of the family. So I have to really be on top of my shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when I see these truck drivers, you know, at these truck stops, and this is something I've been thinking about for a couple of days. I just wonder to myself, like, you okay being like that? Like, you okay? I think what a lot of these guys get caught up on, and this is just from what I've been seeing for the past 6 months. I think it's like you care about money, and that's the only thing you care about. You know what I'm saying? It's just, oh, like, I'm paid as fuck. I'm paid as fuck. I got bread. I got this, and I got that. And it's like, yeah, you got a lifestyle, but I feel like, what's the point of being rich as fuck, or you paid as fuck, or you make a lot of money from truck driving, whatever the case may be, if your fucking arteries and heart collapse on themselves? Like, this ain't like a shaming video, bro. I really am concerned. Like, and I'm getting to the point where I'm gonna get this truck. Like, I try to walk around truck stops, like, and everything. I try to lift weights. I try to do something. But I need an actual gym, and it is a pain in the ass to try to drive an 18-wheeler to a gym every day. You know what I'm saying? Especially off the clock. The only thing that motherfuckers are concerned about when you out here is, listen, just get the shit from point A to point B. Like, your dispatchers don't give a fuck if you're fat. They don't give a fuck about your health. Are you healthy enough to drive the truck? That's the only thing they care about. Like, and I'm not expecting a dispatcher to care, but the point I'm making is like, you have to care about your own fitness. And I'm starting to really realize the more I drive this truck, the more my fitness declines. Like, yeah, there were times where I was going to the gym and everything, but I'm telling you, after a long day, you drive 10 hours or 11 hours or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? I fight with trailers in the blazing heat. Like yesterday, like, what was it? Yesterday, it took me like 30 minutes to jack a trailer up, bro. And this is 40,000 pounds I gotta get off the ground by myself with no help. Like, I gotta sit there and make sure the kingpin line up with the fucking fifth wheel so the shit don't jump the fifth wheel. And oh my God, if you ever had a kingpin jump a fifth wheel, it is some bullshit. Like, you gotta get that motherfucker back over the... It's hard to explain. A fifth wheel is here. The kingpin is supposed to slide into it like this, but if your shit jump the fifth wheel, it ends up on the back of it, and it's like you can't do shit with it, bro. And it's like, I feel for this people that's doing this lifestyle on a day in and day out. Now, the actual truck driving, I like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to talk to nobody. Don't nobody fuck with me. I don't have to speak to anybody. I don't have no CB radio because I'm not talking to none of these other motherfuckers out here. I don't care to talk. Like, if I meet a motherfucker at the truck stop and he put me on some game, cool. But for the most part, the only thing I see is fat motherfuckers walking in and out of the food court. Like, and I catch myself being like that. Like, all-star special, double cheeseburgers. You know what I'm saying? Big ass breakfasts, 3 coffees, 4 Red Bulls. Like, I'm not saying this as in a sense of like, oh, you're fat because, you know, you'll fuck you because you're fat and it's bad to be fat. I'm saying it in a sense of like health-wise. Like, I want to look good when I'm 40. I'm not finna be one of these niggas with a stomach hanging over my fucking dick and, you know what I'm saying, I don't know what my shit look like. I'm just being real with you. Like, I don't know how motherfuckers are cool with that. Like, yeah, I will put on some weight, nigga, but I mean, I still look decent with my shit, but at the same time, me and my girl talk, and she's like, well, you probably would look better leaned out, and I think she's dead ass right. Like, I could afford to lose a couple pounds, and I'm taking accountability for it, bro. Like, I don't want to look like that. Like, just, I don't know. Like, my cousin smoked weed, and I think that's the thing that keeps him skinny. He's like, man, I don't never have no appetite, and you know what I'm saying? He's like, well, you did gain weight over me and everything, yada, yada, yada. But it's like, when you drive this truck for so long, bro, you catch yourself, like, just wanting to eat because you don't never have no time to sit down and do shit. Like, you're on the fucking clock. Once you start your 14, you can't stop the motherfucker. So it ain't like you can just sit down and chill for a little bit. Like, I catch myself having to take naps. Like, you know, what was it? After all that shit I fought with that trailer for yesterday, and I was in Florida, so it was like blazing hot. It's July. Like, it's hot as a fuck. Like, I think me sweating is what keeps me still slim to some degree. Because I eat like a fucking pig. Like, I know I do. Like, and I am taking accountability for myself. I know I eat like a pig. I think the only thing that keeps me slim is the fact that I have to fight with these trailers every other day. Like, I'm sweating my motherfucking ass off. By the time I'm getting back in the truck, I'm pouring sweat. I have to sit down for a minute. I gotta let myself cool off. And it's just like, I can imagine the motherfucker twice my size doing this shit. And probably not, and worry about not having a stroke, bro, because it'll take you out. Like, you get too hot and you big in the heat and everything, it's not good for you. Like, this is not me being like, oh, fat motherfuckers shaming fat people. Like, I just think health and fitness needs to be more of a thing in the trucking industry. This is a personal opinion of mine. Like, if there were more gyms at truck stops, then I'd be more inclined to go. But a lot of the gyms I have seen at truck stops have been closed down due to COVID. And it's like, it feels like it's unfair. It's almost like this industry is designed to make you a fat motherfucker. Like, I'm not saying, like, I don't take no accountability for it to where it's like I put the food in my mouth. Like, I literally watch the food go in my mouth. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm the one doing it. But at the same time, you in the blazing sun and you tired, and like, the only thing I have the energy for is to lay down at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I know I sit there and I think, like, I know I should be working out, but it's just like, I don't have the strength. Like, I can't find it in me to get up and do anything. Like, I'm so beat. Like, I just think that, you know, health and fitness is important. And I hate that it gets overlooked a lot of times. Like it's a thing, but it's not a thing. Like, trucking is one of those industries, but this shit is really a dirty ass game, like, in a way. So it's like, yeah, they care about you being physically fit enough to drive the truck. They don't care about you being physically fit enough to run a mile. Like, I'm pretty sure if a lot of these motherfuckers had got these fucking 18-wheelers and run, they couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? I probably couldn't do it like I used to. Like, I hold myself to that same standard, and I think about it, bro, and it makes me concerned. Like, I do not want to be a fat truck driver, bro. Like, and niggas kick that shit like it's something cool or something. Like, yeah, man, you know, I'm big dog out here. Yeah, you big dog, all right, cuz I hear you. You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't, I don't know, bro. I'm getting to a point where it's like I'm prioritizing my health and fitness over money. You know what I'm saying? Because when I talk to my cousin, he's like, well, we can get you down here. You're going to be running like a motherfucker. I know what running hard is. That's 11 hours a day of driving. That's fucking 2 or 3 hours of dropping and hooking and shit in the heat, live loading this thing. Listen, I get it, but I'm good on all that. Like, I'd rather be able to be home and and be able to be fit. Now, I will say this. truck driving is a good lifestyle if you need to get yourself out of some shit, because you really don't have to pay anything. I only have a cell phone bill at this point. I got rid of my car. I don't stay with my mom, you know what I'm saying? I used to stay with my mom because I was traveling so much that I never bought an apartment. I never had a need to. But it's a good lifestyle for getting yourself out of some shit, you know what I'm saying, and getting your life back together, because shit, my house back there in the back seat. Like, I'm good, I don't need nothing else. But again, I'm starting to really, the more I drive this truck, the more things I'm starting to zoom in on, and you know, I have a lot of time to think. And I wonder what's important to me. And right now, fitness is at the top of that list. Like, I want to really be, and I mean like good shape too. So I think that's something I really want to stick to in the near future. Like, get to a point where I can get out this truck some. And I mean like get out the truck on the daily, go to an actual gym, you know what I'm saying? Because I go to the gym like once a week with my girlfriend. Like, she makes sure I work out. Like, oh, we're going to the gym today. She goes when she doesn't feel like it. She, fuck this shit, I'm tired. But she'll still go. You know what I'm saying? And having a woman like that in your life will kind of help motivate you to stick with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I like the gym too. It's just that with this truck driving shit, a lot of times it's hard to go. You don't have the energy to go. And I'm going to either have to learn to fight my way back into it. You know what I'm saying? Because I've fallen off the wagon very severely. Or get to a point where I drive less. You know what I'm saying? And again, I like driving, but I don't think it's worth sacrificing my health and my fitness for just for money. Like, there's not gonna be no point if I got all this fucking bread, but you know what I'm saying, I'm about to have, you know, a heart attack because I'm not fit enough to be in the heat. It's just things that I think, and I'm willing to be corrected on all this stuff. But yeah, man, I do not want to be a fat truck driver, dog, and I'm starting to see it, and it makes me very concerned.